Since I seem to have gotten lost in the world of talking about movies based on books without actually having read the source material, I decided to break this habit by talking about a movie that's an adaptation of something I have read when I was like 12. Today we're going to be talking about The Giver. The movie begins with...
We started over, creating a new society.
The narration. Anyway, so we're introduced to our main character, Jonas, and why is he just staring off into space and we're just sitting here watching him for like 10 hours? It's insanity. And we sit here listening to him talking as words go by. Never die. Obey the curfew. It's like, ooh, I can do that too. Love interest. Jerky friend. Boring main character who you're supposed to care about even though they give you no reason to care about them because they're a boring blank piece of paper. See? I'm pretty good at it. And he has two best friends, Fiona and Asher. And this is very important because he quite distinctly tells us that they are his best friends. So, thank you for telling us. Anyway, who lives in this like floating town, city place, or it looks like it's floating anyway. So, it's graduation day. So they all have to get their jobs picked out for them because in this world, it's like Brave New World without all the, adult activities, shall we say. Anyway, so Jonas gets chosen to be the receiver of memory, which sounds pretty straightforward in like a very vague kind of way. And his trainer, who is called the Giver, lives in this overgrown building at the far end of town, and nobody ever sees him, and he's super grumpy and stuff.
I will transmit to you all the memories that I hold within me. Before you, generations.
So he basically just tells Jonas that everything is bad, and because everything can be dangerous and or unpredictable. So that's where that stands. When Jonas gets home, his assigned father... Okay, wait, alright. Let me explain something. So, there aren't actually any, real parents, because babies are created in these labs, so everyone is just assigned a unit, like their family, quote-unquote, when they're a baby. So, that nobody is actually, the parents, really. But for the sake of clarity, we're just going to be referring to everyone in Jonas's unit as their assigned roles. So, Jonas's father works in the baby lab, and he brings this baby home because it needs to be strengthened before it's assigned to a family. And we also learn about this place called Elseworld, where all the old people get turned into crackers. Well, I mean, that's not what they say, but I'm 99.9% sure that's what it means. Spoilers. At the end of the movie, it is confirmed this is exactly what it means, minus the crackers part.
Now, this might seem a little funny, but you gotta trust me.
Oh, well, you're not gonna... What, you're scared? It's against the rules, Jonas.
I'm calling it now. He is going to betray him. If I'm wrong, I will watch 24 hours of Gale praising fan edits.
I think your training may be a bit more fun than mine.
Attention. I would like to remind citizens that no PDAs are allowed. Thank you. So anyway, the Giver tells him that the medicine he takes in the morning destroys all emotions and everything, and that evil boss lady wants everyone to be the same. I mean, jeez, think about how boring that would be. Especially since, who decides what the normal sameness is?
You?
What if Gale was the building blocks of normalcy? I think I have an unhealthy obsession with complaining about Gale. I'll shut up now. Why is that baby screaming all the time? It's ridiculous. But more importantly, Jonas starts sharing his memories with this baby, which is against the rules, obviously. But it stops the baby from crying, so it's all Gucci here. So while Jonas is sharing these memories with babies, or specifically one baby, the Giver shows Jonas war, so Jonas gets all upset and he wants to stop.
This is what we need to know so we can advise.
I'm sorry, I just can't.
Come back! Please!
And we learn this is what happened with the previous apprentice, who is Taylor Swift, and I'm pretty sure she was released to Elseworld, which is just getting killed. Like I said about the crackers. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, Fiona convinces him not to quit and promises to not take the medication in the morning if he doesn't quit. So then they have some smoochy time, but Jonas finds out that his father murders babies at his job, and the baby he took is next, as in the baby that Jonas was sharing the memories with. Oh, by the way, that baby's name is Gabriel. Let's just say that, so that way I just don't keep saying the baby. So Jonas decides he's gonna steal the baby and run across the barrier to release all the memories, because for some reason, if the memory holder crosses this triangle rock, all the memories are released and everyone becomes normal again. So him and Fiona steal the baby and he escapes in the desert, and his friend Asher guy is gonna murder him, but last minute he decides not to murder him. Instead, he drops him in a waterfall so he can not die, I guess. Oh great, does this mean that I have to watch 24 hours of Gale fan edits? I'm gonna count it as no, because he almost betrayed him and he could have killed him. I mean, he dropped him from like 50 feet into a waterfall carrying a baby, so that probably would have killed him, so I think I'm in the clear. Also, there's this really funny part where they're all like, "You can't say his name anymore," and like literally everybody in the whole room was saying Jonas, 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 and it was like, what in the world? But anyway, Jonas and the baby across the barrier and all the memories come back, and apparently there's people living outside the barrier singing Christmas carols for some reason. And then that's where the movie ends. So as I said in the beginning of the video, I did read the book, but it's been so long that I'm not really sure how faithful this adaptation is, and I have no intention of rereading it because I'm too lazy. Now, with that out of the way, I wasn't a huge fan of the movie. It was okay. I mean, it was certainly better than the likes of Divergent, but not much to write home about. I feel like they should have explained how the memory giving works and why the memories can all come back if the memory holder crosses the border, because it seemed a little weird. Unless I missed it, maybe they sort of said something about that. I could have missed that. But another thing that I thought was kind of weird was like how there's people living outside the barrier. It was kind of like, where did they come from? Wouldn't they have been like dragged into the world of sameness, or like how did that happen? But apparently there's like a series of this though, so there's like other books following the Giver book. I only just found out about that when I was making this video. So maybe they explain that kind of stuff later. But anyway, those are my thoughts on the movie, and I'd love to hear what you thought of it, or if you'd be interested in watching it if you haven't seen it. And thanks so much for visiting my tiny little amoeba-sized corner of the internet, and for watching. And please like and subscribe, and have an awesome rest of your day.